Hello everyone, I'm Jack Muth, the film guy. Don't believe it, look it up. And, well, we're here to finally review Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. The second part to the Godzilla anime trilogy. Yeah. Um, now, I haven't said I haven't told anyone that you can find the Godzilla anime trilogy the on Netflix. So you can practically just like go if you have like a Netflix subscription. All you have to do is just like go there and just like watch them. It's pretty okay, so far. But now let's get to the second. We're going to go to the second part. Now this part begins right after the first movie ends, where Haruo is being taken care of by a secret person. Yeah, if you watch the first one and you watch it all the way through to the end, you'll realize that there's an end credit sequence. All three of them have an end credit sequence. Yeah. so, so it turns out that there are other humans on Earth still alive. Turns out they live underground. But of course, Haruo and everyone else besides Haruo basically try to attack the other because there are twins. And if we know anything about twins in a Godzilla movie, we know that there's Mothra. Yeah, Mothra's in this trilogy. Oh boy. So pretty much Godzilla is now sleeping because, well, he had a long battle and he has to sleep. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it. I mean, a creature of that size needs a lot of energy in order to basically still be alive. So it's being asleep for maybe a long period of time would make it, more powerful and stuff. Yeah. So, pretty much, Godzilla's asleep, and the humans try to basically make a new camp, and they try to like come up with a new plan to destroy this Godzilla because it worked the first time. Let's see if it works this time again. Now, they meet the people who basically took care of Haruo and other survivors. Yeah, they've all been treated except for the ones like the obvious female protagonist who wants to go out with the main character, but she doesn't want to say that she's in love with him, but yet we know that she's in love with him. They don't get treated. And there's the aliens who basically are like the aliens from Terror of Mechagodzilla, or Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, where it's space aliens who come down to create Mechagodzilla, which they made Mechagodzilla. So, pretty much, they go to the camp, but then they realize that there's something going on. What's that metal that they use to defeat these dragon-like things? Which turns out to be that the dragon-like creatures are actually related to Godzilla. And there's other things. There's a scene where, like I said before, the female character who's obviously in love with the main character basically goes down into a pit and is she's grabbed by tentacles. And don't think that it goes that far. Oh no, it almost goes there, but it doesn't, because they fight off the things, and basically, it turns out that the metal that the people who lived on Earth much more longer than the people who lived up in space basically use the same metal that Mechagodzilla is made from, which is nanometal. Now, nanometal is actually a living metal. So it turns out that they try to. So that it turns out that Mechagodzilla is still alive. How? Well, you'll see later on. So they go to Mount Fuji, and they find Mechagodzilla City. It's silly to say it like that, but realistically, that's what it is. Mechagodzilla is now a city, and I'm not against the idea. I think it'd be interesting to see like Mechagodzilla City, and maybe he would like try to like rebuild himself. You know, maybe rebuild like his whole entire body, and maybe even make more Mechagodzillas. It would make sense. But they don't do that. Turns out that when they entered into the city, they basically can take off their helmets and basically breathe fresh air, which turns out to be the worst thing that they could have ever done, because it turns out that the city is very poisonous to the people who basically got treated by the Toho, which are the people who stayed on the Earth more longer than the people who lived up in space. Am I making any sense? Good. So they find Mechagodzilla. His head. They find Mechagodzilla's head, and then they activate him, and they start this whole entire thing with techno stuff going on, and basically, you know, Mechagodzilla's still alive, and you know, so basically people stay on the island. Metfeast and Haruo still have their love affair. I really do want this thing to be a thing. Can I just have it? Everybody like ships like fucking Aaron and Levi, and for some other reason they fucking ship Ciel and Sebastian. Why do they do this? Why can't we just have two normal people basically be loving one another? It's obvious that Haruo wants to kiss Metfeast all over and basically. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue on. So it turns out that Metfeast tells him of the name of the creature that destroyed his planet long ago. But we won't realize that until the third movie. Yeah. Or the end credit sequence, you know, because we got to make a sequel of this. So Mechagodzilla comes to life. And, you know, and Godzilla is awoken once more. The twins basically make this awesome poem, and it's awesome. You have to watch the movie. Trust me, that poem represents Godzilla completely perfectly. His rage is like thunder. He is literally a storm. That's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye. But, so, basically it turns out Mechagodzilla has to fight off Godzilla, which Godzilla basically like shoots a beam at Mechagodzilla City, which, you know, Mechagodzilla sprays out a little bit of nanometal to make the beam go a little all over the place, which is not a very good idea if you think about it, because the beam goes higher up into space. Yeah. So so pretty much Haruo and the girl who basically loves him, which they have a scene where they kiss. Oh, what about Metfeast? I'm sorry. And another one of the aliens who basically are trying to take over the world with the nanometal. And basically, they go into these new little things called vultures. Not little Mechagodzillas, but vultures. Damn it, movie, you had the chance to do something with Mechagodzilla and you didn't even do it. Why? Why? So pretty much they lure Godzilla over to Mechagodzilla City to a crater, which basically traps him in with nanometal. And they do the plan, and it goes successfully. Except it doesn't. Godzilla heats up. He's pissed this time. He's heating up so much that even all around him, it's burning up. The nanometal is melting and dying. And the only chance to destroy Godzilla is to be taken over by the nanometal, which... What? So it turns out that the girl gets almost taken over by the nanometal, but Haruo doesn't. Because Haruo... Well, we'll get to that in the sequel. So Haruo is not infected by the nanometal, and pretty much the plan was, if they beat Godzilla, who will take over the world now? The nanometal? Mecha Godzilla? The aliens? Yes, that was... Yeah, if you've watched any Godzilla movie and involves aliens, you would know that they want to take over the world. Yeah. So it goes to shit, and basically Haruo has to like make the choice of destroying Mechagodzilla City, and he does, just a little bit. And then one of the other aliens tries to like kill Haruo, but he misses and then lands into one of the other buildings. And then Godzilla awakes, and just watch the scene. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh man, I'm going to be honest with you. That part right there, my favorite part. Just that part right there, my favorite. I love it. It's just Godzilla right there. He's glowing red. He may not have his dorsal fins yet, but he will grow them back. And even without them, he still fights off Mechagodzilla City and destroys it. So, yeah. Those aliens from the black hole basically are dead now on Earth. There are still there's still those aliens up in space, so they're just like they're kind of, well, we'll get to that in the sequel too. So Haruo basically tries to take care of the girl who loved him. She might be gone at this point. So, yeah. So, that's the movie. I must say, it's an okay second part. That's the problem I'm going to say. It's a bit boring, but I'm not going to get to parts to it. I liked parts of it. I thought it was pretty good in some areas, but you know, we'll get to that when we get to the third and final review. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my synopsis. It's not review. I don't know. I'm Jet Muth, the film guy, and don't forget, Kitara. Bye.